What's up, guys? I'm Tasteless, joined with Artosis, and this is the last night of the round of 8 here in the ASL.
Yeah, and it is the most epic night as well, Tasteless. 2 of the top 4 players of all time.
Yeah.
A particular 2 that have quite a long and storied rivalry against each other are going at it. It's Jaedong against Stork.
You could not ask for a better match here. It's really tough to say who's going to win. I'm leaning a little bit more towards a Jaedong here. By the way, it is completely packed. We were turning away nerds in droves.
Dude, the amount of people that left is so high. Like, I mean, I couldn't stand out there the whole time, but just people are coming up being like, okay, I guess I can't watch this live, and just turning around.
And even that camera shot we got doesn't quite do it justice. It's filled up all the way into the lobby where you'd get in. We could barely get in to get our outfits and makeup
crazy.
done.
I had to shove through to go to the bathroom so hard and like go to a different floor.
Yeah.
Because it's like everything is packed. I've never seen anything quite like this. This is by far the most we've ever had.
We've said this before as well, that it's the most packed we've ever seen.
But it keeps getting more packed.
This is more packed than those times before. So we are really testing the limits. You see this? We're really testing the limits of how many people we can fit in here.
These shots don't actually do credit to outside those doors that you couldn't see. It's completely full out there, and people have been turning around forever. People have been standing around waiting for this for over 4 hours today.
When it's break time, I'm going to have to body surf to the restroom here. If you ever want to come down,
Tasteless. That's about the only way you're going to be able to do it.
Yeah. If you ever do want to come down and see these matches, get here hours early. Literally, you were warned in advance. We can't even fit down there. They actually put us up here. We're on the high ground.
Yeah. We've got the high ground.
We got a high ground advantage.
They only have 50% chance to hit us.
Their shots may miss us.
They're nerds, so like probably it's even lower than that.
And they don't do that much damage because they're nerds as well. This is crazy, man. It's going to be a best of 5. The winner of this is our last player to make it to the Final Four of the ASL.
Not just that, but
surprise!
Oh yeah. So we were originally going to have ASL completely in the studio, but it has gotten way too popular. We're bringing it to Yonsei University.
That's right. That's not far from Shinchon Station.
Yes.
Shinchon Station, the one next to Hongdae Station, not the one that's south next to us down here. So go over there. That's a great area, too. A lot of fun stuff to do.
Yeah.
Before and after, there's arcades, there's bars, there's clubs, all of it. Good places to eat, too. So come to the ASL Finals. That's going to be on Sunday, 5 p.m. on the 22nd.
Yes, this is going to be absolute madness.
And get there early.
You better get there early.
Get there early.
And this is such a good area. It's like a college area. It's going to be unbelievably packed. You better get there early if you want to come in and have a seat. Like, by the way, guys, this is like kind of an added-on thing that KT is helping out a lot with. Sponsors giving extra money for this.
For supporting this.
Yeah, and also there's on the Twitch page, you can find a donation link. And any money you donate to the ASL right now goes half of it into the prize pool and half of it towards this venue, which is costing a lot of money.
This is a great way to support ASL. Yeah. If you love what you're seeing, if you love seeing the oldies sports never die, support us that way.
But that is definitely something that you can consider if you wanted to help out directly into ASL. Yeah, none of it goes towards our lunch money. So.
Unfortunately, no. But it is a great way to support the ASL. We really don't have much of a choice at this point in time. We got to fill up the venue because this is the fact that like even in some matches in the round of 16, it was too full in here.
Yeah. We need a bigger studio.
By the way, this is a big-ass studio. We own the entire floor of this building, and we basically made it as open and having as much space as possible, but I don't think anybody expected it to max out with this many people coming down.
Well, there isn't an esports studio in Seoul that would have held this. Like,
yeah,
and not like the OGN studio. I think maybe seats more, but this would have way overfilled that as well. This is like the craziest amount of people showing up.
You got to factor in as well as we basically gave up on chairs. We ran out of chairs, so the majority of the studio is standing space, which is crazy.
This is more packed than the subway in the dead of winter and rush hour. Like, yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. I can't really do justice to how many people are here, but definitely if you're in Seoul, you'll want to come down and see the ASL Finals. It's going to be madness because all we have left are like legendary awesome, amazing players. You can see this bracket. Seaver's best in one side of the best four. Flash awaits the winner of tonight, Stork versus Jaedong. It doesn't matter who wins this. Them versus Flash is amazing, and then the finals is amazing. These players are just godly.
That's right. We are going to be back with more ASL. It's every Sunday and Tuesday up until the finals. And definitely tell your friends to join us. This is a very new tournament. It's very fresh, even though our game is quite seasoned. It is the sister tournament to the GSL Codas, our StarCraft 2 tournament, and it is killing it.
Oh, God. Crazy. I'm so speechless at how many people are trying to come in here to watch tonight, but it makes so much sense because Flash versus Jaedong, Stork versus Jaedong this is a rivalry that will always be remembered in esports.
안녕하세요.
We're going to get this interview translated for you guys.
와, 정말 너무 많은 분이 와주셨는데 감사합니다.
So a lot of fans have showed up today. Thank you guys for coming down. Now let's meet our final two players in the round of 8. Stork and Jaedong.
안녕하세요.
Hello.
안녕하세요.
Hello.
네. 와, 정말 열기가 대단한데 먼저 송병구 선수한테 물어볼게요. 송병구 선수는
So first to you, Stork.
무결점의 총사령관이라는 별명답게 이번 시즌 단 한 번의 패배도 없이 8강에 진출하셨습니다.
You did not lose a set this season, and now you're here in the round of 8. You're playing your first Zerg. Jaedong, how do you feel?
오늘이 제일 위기라고 생각을 했고 연습 때도 네,
This is going to be the crucial moment of the tournament for me.
오늘이 가장 준비하는데 힘들었던 것 같아요. 스트레스도 많이
I had a hard time preparing for today's match. I was actually quite stressed out in my practice. I feel a lot of pressure right now. But I did gain a lot of energy from all my fans that showed up here today.
살이 많이 빠졌다고 그러셨어요.
네네.
그래도 자신은 있으신 거죠?
You told us you lost a lot of weight preparing for this match.
좀 불안한
Tell us about
마음을
that.
갖고 왔는데 많은 분들이 와주셔서
I was worried coming down to the studio.
해드려야 되겠다는 생각이 들고.
The energy and the vibe down here is just great. I just want to say thanks so much to the fans.
이재동 선수에게 물어볼게요. 이재동 선수는 또 자전제에서 일명 이재동 스코어 패패 승승승이 생각나는데요.
In multiple set matches, you've won everything, Jaedong. Excuse me, against Stork.
나머지는 이제 고승률을 기록하고 있어요. 오늘 송병구 선수를 상대로 자신 있으신가요?
Are you confident against playing against Stork tonight?
예, 자신 있습니다.
Yes, I'm very confident.
정말 이재동 선수는 이 온몸으로 자신감을 표현해주고 있는 것 같네요. 송병구 선수는 또 이번 시즌 다크호스로 자기 자신하고 다크호스로 자기 자신하고 이재동 선수를 뽑으셨어요.
As the dark horse of the
송병구
season,
선수가 생각하는 이재동 선수의 현재
you
실력은
picked yourself
어느
as
정도일까요?
Jaedong.
개인 방송
How good is he right now?
보면은 게임하는 거 볼 수 있잖아요.
그렇죠.
프로토스전은 거의 다 돌아온 것 같더라고요.
I've seen a lot of his streams.
시대만큼 다 올라왔다.
And
아직은
his EVP is really on point.
많이 한지 올해는 안 돼가지고 100% 돌아왔다고 할 수 없지만 제동이 보니까 옛날 생각 날 정도로 잘하더라고요.
이재동 선수
He's as good as he once was playing against Protoss players back in the day.
해주고 있는 송병구 선수네요.
It's a crazy
그렇다면
statement.
이재동 선수가 평가하는 또 경기를 많이 해보셨잖아요. 현역 시절에도 송병구 선수의 현재 실력 어느 정도일까요?
아, 지금요?
네.
How do you think Stork's skill level is right now?
지금 아직 좀 더 찾으셔야 될 것 같아요.
I think he needs to practice a little bit more. Damn, the trash talk is real, Artosis.
Jaedong is super focused, by the way. He's acting really
한마디였네요.
different than a lot of times you see him. He's like very short answers. This is actually one of the most sociable, coolest guys in the
아니
industry.
왜?
감사합니다. 송병구 선수는 이제 또 다른 선수들과 다르게 맵을 서킷 브레이커를 제거를 했어요. 특별한 이유가 있을까요?
So you banned Circuit Breaker
개인
for this match. Why
방송하면서
was
제일 많이
that?
했던 맵인데 프로토스가 제일 안 좋은 맵인 것 같아가지고 그래서 제거했어요.
I think the Protoss are not that strong on that map. I played a ton of matches on my stream.
네, 어차피 제가 게임하는
with
거기
that map,
때문에
so I just wanted to eliminate it.
좀 안 좋다고 느끼는 맵이 서킷이었고 그래서 제거하게 됐어요.
마음에 안 든 맵이라서 제거를 하신 송병구 선수고요. 이재동 선수는 또 최근 개인 방송에서 8강 준비를 하면서 많은 프로토스와 스폰 매치를 했잖아요.
So Jaedong,
성적이 나쁘지
you've been
않은데
practicing against a lot of good Protosses on your stream, and your win rate's pretty good. what is the key thing to keep in mind for you tonight?
그냥 어차피 제가 선수 생활할 때도
네.
프로토스전은 다전제에서 딱 한 번밖에 안 졌거든요. 그래서 뭐
During my
네, 어디
career,
안
I only lost
갔는데
once to Protoss in a multi-set match, so I'm not that worried.
와, 자신감이 정말 대단한 이재동 선수입니다. 그러면 끝으로 이제 양 선수 각오 한 말씀 들어보겠습니다. 먼저 송병구 선수부터
Any final
해볼까요?
comments,
네,
Sorg?
네.
이렇게 많은 분들이 와주셔서 너무 감사하고요. 헛걸음되지 않게.
It's really good to see all you guys coming down here tonight.
보여드릴 수 있도록 최선을 다하겠습니다.
네, 감사합니다. 또 이제 이재동 선수에게
I'm
한
going to try to
말씀
play some
하신다면
great matches for all you fans that are here to support me. Any
아직
comments to
많이
J-Dong, she asks?
부족하다고 말을 했는데
He told me I need to
혹시나
practice more.
저한테 지면은 뒷감당 어떻게 하려고?
But if you lose tonight, I don't know how your opinion's going to change.
역시 송병구 선수다운 화끈한 한마디였습니다. 그럼 이재동 선수 말도 들어봐야겠죠? 이재동 선수, 나한테 지면 어떡하려고?
Let's hear from J-Dong
이거
now.
완벽한 도발 아닙니까? 화답해 주시죠.
오늘까지
What are you going to do if you lose tonight, J-Dong?
데이트하러 가셔야죠.
경기는 그만하고 데이트나 하러 가라. 그럼
What
오늘
did he
각오
say?
I
한마디
said I would just focus
들어보죠.
on dating if I lose
I'm
tonight.
focused on dating if I lose tonight. Okay.
Hanging up his mouse and keyboard.
He said anyways it's going to be a
정말
short night.
재밌는 양 선수의 인터뷰였습니다. 지금까지 양
I
선수
haven't seen J-Dong
만나봤고요.
like this in a
그럼
Yeah.
really
두
long
선수가
time.
경기를
I believe we're
펼칠
basically
오늘의
done with
맵을
this interview,
화면으로
but
확인해
if we can
보시죠.
remark on this real quick, J-Dong actually is known for right before his matches getting like super focused and angry
Yeah.
and thinking about how he's going to murder his opponent. We're not joking. I know
Yeah,
we
no,
joke
this
around a
is
lot on
actually
this, but
true.
he's actually super. How do I say this? He gets so pumped
He
full
will
of adrenaline.
actually, there's like, you can
He'll
see
start
an old
cursing in
boss.
his booth.
Yeah, he'll be sitting there staring at the screen angrily, chanting over and over to himself, I'm going to fucking kill him.
Yeah, basically,
over
he goes,
and over and
I'm going to
over.
fucking kill him.
Yeah,
Is
like
what he
that
says
is-
to himself in
like,
the booth.
He is one of the most focused, intense players ever when he's in that mode. And the way that he just gave that interview is giving me chills.
Yeah.
Because, like, in recent years, he's been very focused and very good, but he's been more laid back. Funner interviews. This guy's
That's
actually a
right.
really funny, cool guy that has, like, a lot of
Yeah,
personality.
he's actually quite charming.
And in StarCraft 2, I think a lot of that came out.
I think so.
But here tonight, this reminds me of old J-Dong that was winning championships in StarCraft 1, you know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's just like, holy crap, you're like, I'm going to destroy Stork. He's not practicing enough, and I am going to fucking kill him.
There's a real disparity in the confidence with those
Yeah.
two players. Let's take a quick look at this video and then start the match.
Okay, that was the theme from the Ever OSL, and if I recall, they played in the round of 4 of the finals, and J-Dong won. So that was like a sick throwback right there.
This is what's so fun about doing Brood War is these guys have so much history. Now, look, Stork you really can't count out in any match ever.
No.
Obviously, J-Dong seems much more confident, but that's kind of J-Dong's shtick. It doesn't really matter how you do it in an interview at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now, Stork is a very crafty player. He's somebody who knows a lot of different strats. He'll play a very standard game and macro and outmaneuver his opponent, or he'll do something completely crazy you couldn't have planned for.
Yeah, he's this guy's the king of build orders. He's just a legendary Protoss. He's one of the top 4 players ever. Like, he has reached a skill level other players can't reach. And I'm hoping he brings it tonight. You know, there are a lot of rumors going around that he's just not at the level of J-Dong right now. Don't forget, he did switch away from StarCraft 2 at the last second because he was
spent
coaching
a lot of time,
Samsung.
Yeah, you beat me to it. He also spent a lot of time coaching.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's had various roles, but I would say coaching sometimes can help you if you come back to be a professional gamer.
Sure.
It really does help you with the mindset and preparation.
But this guy has that look on his face from the old days. And another throwback song. Oh, my God. The music. PK is just the absolute best.
He
oh
is,
my
man.
God. Getting teary-eyed up here. Guys, you got to go back and look up some of the old StarCraft 1 openers for leagues. They were just amazing from OSL and MSL. But I'm excited. What do you think about the score, Tasteless?
I think it's 3-1 Jaedong.
If
But
Jaedong
it could
is
be
saying
3-0.
it this hard, I almost just have to believe him. That he's like, this is going to be a quick night. He is so focused. He is so ready. Like, this guy's looking to win this tournament. He's not looking to beat Stork and then lose to Flash. The way that he's acting right now,
Yeah.
holy crap.
He is hungry.
I wasn't ready for this tonight. I was thinking 3-1 coming in, but I'm almost changing it.
To 3-0.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
the thing is, you can't underestimate Stork, as you said. This guy can beat everybody.
He has beaten everybody.
Yeah.
That's why we would put him at number 4 of all time in Brood War.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we are moments away from starting this match. Both of our players are in the lobby. Again, it is a best of 5. The winner does move on to face off against Flash in the final 4.
Look at those scores right there. Oh my God, just madness. Again, these guys have such a rivalry. Get out there, tell your friends to get in here, because it doesn't even matter what esport or if you don't do esports, because this is such an amazing match right here. This is
a big moment in gaming history right here.
Two of the legends going at it in the round of 8. Everyone is super hyped. These guys are practicing their butts off, trying to be the best that they can. The fact that Stork says Jaedong has the same level he used to when he was the top in the world, when everyone was in super good shape, that really means something.
It's going to be crazy. I will say, and I think most people would agree, Jaedong probably has a little bit better early game, ZVP, and if Zerg can get a leg up on Protoss early on, ZVP, it's very tough to recover, especially like a player like Jaedong.
Yeah.
So let's see what the opener is from Stork. Game 1 is going to be a really good indicator of how the rest of the series is going to go. I'm hoping Stork has some crazy strats, a little bit unpredictable stuff, because Jaedong is looking quite solid right now. Our game is now loading up. This is Stork versus Jaedong, a fight to get to the final 4 in the ASL.
'Cause I've had enough.
People are so pumped!
There's someone with a foghorn?
Yeah, someone has a horn down there. Oh my
I
God.
thought for a second the fire alarm went off or something. In the upper left, in the purple, it's Stork. In the bottom left, in the orange, our Zerg player, Jaedong.
Now, I am really hoping that Stork puts up like a sick, good series here, Tasteless, because we already know Jaedong will.
He's going for a proxy.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Now, like I was saying, Stork has basically the best strats in the game. I guess some people would say fantasy too, but I mean, just point in case here, Stork is really good strategically. And I think the decision here to go for a rush is really smart. It gives Jaedong less time to farm information about his opponent. It definitely pressures Jaedong into going earlier pool if he doesn't do it this time around for the next few games. Stork is definitely somebody that knows how to prepare for a series like this.
Yeah, you're very, very right about that. But pool first out of Jaedong.
Yeah.
So this proxy gate, suddenly, it might not work out quite as well as Stork is looking for. But the thing is, he has plans and backup plans here. You can be sure of that.
Yeah, there's definitely a plan B, C, all the way past the alphabet. We got to start using letters in different languages. It's
Plan theta.
Yeah. Again, guys, full house down here tonight. So exciting to be part of this, the ASL.
This guy came from all the way at the bottom of Korea up to see this match.
A lot of hype here.
Wouldn't that be sad if he came just a little bit late and just couldn't
Didn't
get
get
in?
in?
Like,
Oh, no. I guess I'll go to the mall next to the studio.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do not know if Jaedong senses the rush happening. So, I mean, this game can end in the next few minutes here, guys. It's also very difficult for Protoss to stabilize here.
Oh, my gosh. Is that like the Korean Grim Reaper or something?
I
He's
believe
like showing
so.
all the dead
Yeah.
Protosses?
Yeah.
Okay, some Lings are popping out. By the way, Stork sent the probe at such a time that it looks like a normal scout.
Yeah, he's masked this really well. Oh!
Great catch
Gets
by
the first
Jaedong.
one. You saw Stork react there for a second. you actually need that probe for the rush. Lings look like they're headed northbound, and this is where it gets a little bit messy. Somehow this gateway setup is perfectly positioned so that he does not know.
He found a black hole in the middle of the map
he somehow
that you
found
just never see.
a blind spot for Zerg here.
But look
Now,
this.
Problem is that oh my god,
third hatch coming up, 3 Zealots going. So this is a little bit base tradey, really.
Yeah.
This is kind of crazy because the 3 Zealots, Jaedong doesn't have anything to deal with these. Whereas
he's pulling the Lings back, pulled around.
Yeah, the Zerglings are actually coming back right now. He realizes that this is going on. So he's lost a lot of time with all these Zerglings.
Yeah, now he's trying to go for the hatchery here. This is a pretty difficult decision here for Jaedong. He could have gone up there and gotten the probes, but the game could have snowballed as well. Looks like he's debating getting a... oh, hold on. He can intercept this one Zealot over here on the far right. He has to micro perfectly. Again, no probe here to help out.
Very good micro. The drone actually helping out as well. Another drone coming up. Oh, wow, screwing up the AI of that Zealot so much. Both these Zealots are getting pretty low now. This one is going to end up dying. The drone's helping, but more Zealots are on the way.
Okay, it's just one Ling left.
This drone micro's insane.
Yeah, it's really helping him here. He has more Zealots coming forward. Now, Stork cannot give up pressure at this point in time. I mean, you basically have to commit when you do a strategy like this. More Lings now popping out.
You know, this is quite all in indeed, but that is a great surround by Jaedong, killing off one of the Zealots. This other one going to get surrounded, it looks like, as well. Great micro by Stork trying to get out, but he goes down. Very well done by Jaedong.
The Lings are now headed northbound here as it seems like Jaedong has enough to basically hold whatever Stork's going to do. And this puts Stork in a really almost impossible position because he can't protect his main. He can't run his Zealots back up there or he loses the gateways, and that's the double-edged sword of a strategy like this.
Yeah, this is like, with that sunken up, there's not a lot that he can do, and now with everything entering his probe line, like he has to micro all his probes at home. His econ is going to go way down. He's going to lose a lot. Look at that, forcing the probes to come off.
So he's basically trying to pull probes off here. It's important that he does not lose any of those Lings in the main, or at least keeps these Zealot, or rather probes, interrupted from mining as much as possible.
Yeah, because in the meantime, all that Stork can do really is make a ton of Zealots and try to break the front.
Yeah.
He's forcing Jaedong into non-stop Lings right now. Jaedong has very few drones. He has made a Forge to try to hold on against these Lings.
Yeah, and the Forge, what he wants to do here... Oh! Got that. No cancel. Oh, this is so hard for Protoss right now.
Yeah.
He's going to try to come in here for a bust. I believe Jaedong just has too much.
Yeah, it does look like it, with that sunken especially, dealing so much damage. He's really not been greedy at all, Jaedong.
That's
here.
it.
GG!
Game 1 goes to Jaedong.
All right. That was a great hold by Jaedong. Great decision-making overall. But I do have to say, it's like, I do like Stork opening with such a crazy all-in.
I agree.
Because that puts Jaedong into a position where Jaedong's like, well, do I open pool first every game now just in case? Stork is willing to pull out anything against me here.
Well, Jaedong is up with a 1-0 lead. I do agree with you, Artosis. I think doing that rush was a good idea. Jaedong, it was a funny position, too, because Jaedong could have gone in there and killed all the probes and possibly lost his expansion and maybe even the game.
Yeah,
it's really tempting for Zerg to do that, by the way. I think even some of the best players in the world might have committed to trying to kill everything in the main, but he did it. He held on. By the way, I think at the end of that game, he had something like 5 or 6 drones.
Yeah, no, he had almost
basically nothing.
He had 3 on gas for a bit, and then like 2 in the main and 2 at the natural or something. It was like super low. But you know what? He just kept making Zerglings. He had that one sunken, and that was enough to seal the deal there against Stork's all-in.
Really nicely done there by Jaedong. We will probably not see that strategy used again in this series.
Yeah, I don't think we will. I mean, Stork could bust out just because it's so unlikely, but I think he's got some other things planned coming up. At least that puts Jaedong onto the back foot.
We're going to have to see what the next strategy is going to be here from Stork. Will it be a risky one, or will he play a more standard PvZ? I think the general concern for people who are supporting Stork here is that Jaedong is just more solid the longer the game goes on for.
Yeah, I mean, he gets that edge early on, and it becomes a situation of how do you do anything as Protoss with Jaedong's superior macro.
Yeah. We're going to go to a short break. When we return, game number 2 with Stork versus Jaedong.
모바일이라고 들어보셨습니까? 다른 사람들이랑 막 싸울 수도 있어요. 우리끼리 막 협동해가지고 싸울 수도 있어요. 서로 막 도와주고 식인 물고기. 쩔었다 이거. 이렇게 스킬도 쓸 수 있어요. 싸울 수 있어. 이게 핸드폰 게임이야? 뭐 언제까지 줘? 제발! 아 내가 훨씬 많아 이거. 공급 도대체 어디서 나오는 거야 얘네들? 불버전 3시 낫지 않습니까? 지금 플레이스토어에서 설치하세요.
부산지도 아닙니까 이거? 와 7군데를 다 돌 거예요. 1번부터 7번까지 취득을 해서 시청자분들한테 나눠줄 수 있어요.
아 자갈시장 도쿄.
도착했어요. 자갈시장. 오우. 자 나오세요. 자 하면서 나오시고 2시간. 야 이겼다. 이번에 이겼어. 그러면 어서 와.
바깥으로 나가야 될 것 같은데 일단.
클래스 있다면 4번. 아 좋아요. 타이페이죠 타이페이. 광안리.
괌이다.
괌. 야 이건 크다. 부산 분들 위주로 좀 드리면 될 것 같아요 내장. 오.
둘이서 쓸 수 있어. 귀엽지 않아요? 여러분? 오. 된다. 된다. 안녕. 붕어빵 사세요. 그거를 한번 볼까? 지금 나 혼자 신난 거니 혹시? 이거 귀엽다. 찍어도 되나? 진짜 예쁘다 근데.
Welcome back to the ASL. Man, that was a good all-in hold there by Jadong. Tasteless.
Almost didn't make it back to the caster desk in time, Artosis.
No.
We got these short little breaks. So that was pretty rough. The idea behind the strategy was good from Stork, but he did bank the 3 zealots. Part of the reason why you do that is so that you do not. Is it still in my teeth? Do I still have it?
Yeah, you do still have it.
Is it still put in my teeth?
Oh, tasteless.
He was trying to save me, and then I'm like, well, I could just like talk like this while we're on camera.
Yeah, you could.
Part of the reason why you save those 3 zealots is that you want them to have less lings. You want them to assume that maybe you're going for a quick nexus, maybe doing a forge expand, maybe doing a 1 gateway zealot rush. You don't need that much defense to hold on against something like that. But because the 3 zealots waited, they were not in a great position. When they actually got over there, Jadong was making a bunch of lings anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
We won't see that from Stork again. 99% sure.
Yeah, no, probably not. And Jadong, we could continue to see him going for, a pool before his hatchery just to make sure he's safe against all sorts of things like that. But
yeah,
great decision-making by Jadong. I love the fact that he didn't go back into drones. He just kind of stayed on Zerglings. Had enough because really Stork's only option there was to continually make Zealots and then try to bust. And Jadong forced the bust extra early by counterattacking with Zerglings. So it's like he's like, okay, you're missing, 6 to 8 Zerglings from your main army. I've continually made these. I'm microing my probes a little bit. I'm starting to get further and further behind. I have to go. But Jadong's like, I'm forcing that, so I'll just keep making lings. I have a sunken. You're dead.
We are about to go into game number 2. It will be on the map Circuit Breakers. Both of our players are in the lobby. Again, it is a full house. We turned away a lot of people because we physically can't fit them in here and legally can't put them in here because it's basically the maximum occupancy. So let's see what happens in game 2. I don't know if Stork tries something risky and it doesn't work. I think this is going to be a 3-0 here. Jadong just walks out.
It could be. It could be. And Stork said specifically he does not like Circuit Breakers. He banned this so they couldn't be the first and last map. So,
does he do a cannon rush or a proxy gate rush again?
I mean, he could, but I think that Jadong's defense in this early game is really tough. Oh, a bunch of people from Facebook, apparently.
Oh, people from Facebook
watching.
are here. Welcome, guys.
Yeah.
I would put a like by that.
Yeah. I hope they shared where they were going tonight.
I didn't know people from Facebook were here tonight. That's cool. Well, this is what you got to do if you're in Korea, right? You got to see some live StarCraft.
Of course.
Oh, you're messing up.
Yeah.
You want some 2017 cultural experience? You come to a live StarCraft match.
You want
can go to Temples another day.
Dude, at 2017 cultural experience, come watch a game that's almost 20 years old be played in front of the biggest crowds you can get.
That's right. We are about to start game number 2 here. I really don't know what the opener Stork can use. I think if Stork does play a standard game, I think Jaedong wrecks him. I think he rolls this nerd.
So
I think he rolls him up into a kimbap and eats him. That's what I'm saying.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what Stork wants to go for. I would like to see from him, though, some of these, like, kind of semi-wonky plays that we saw. Like, remember how Best was playing?
Yeah.
Where he's like, okay, this is kind of a weird build, like 2 gate zealots in your main base, move out with funny timings, try to capitalize on the Zerg making drones and units at the wrong time. Maybe something like that could work out well for Stork here, considering he is as good or better at refining builds than everyone else put together.
It is a 1-0 lead right now for Jaedong. Stork has to use the next few strategies really, really carefully, especially on this map. This is a map he does not prefer in this matchup. Let's get ready. Game number 2 is now loading up. This is Stork versus Jaedong. A fight to get to the final 4, where the winner will face off against Flash.
'Cause I've had enough.
People are going crazy.
Foghorn here. In the upper right, in the orange is Stork. And in the upper left, in the brown, it is Jaedong. See?
This is, yeah, no, you're
See?
very
I
right.
was
You're very
right. I did it.
It's kind of funny. We have a couch upstairs that we just kind of used during breaks, but G. Clef, Wolf, and Rapid all came down, so we let them in because they came too late.
That's right.
Too late, but
Those
we
jobbers,
saved them.
yeah.
But they're all like stand up with their phones taking pictures. Like, wow, this is so crazy. It like reminds me of my mom with her iPad at someone's graduation, where I'm like, Mom.
What's funny is you're talking about
stop. Put the iPad down.
They're like 3 feet from us, but they don't know that we're talking about them.
No, they have no idea.
They have no idea.
Anyways, very fun stuff. By the way, guys, as we mentioned before, there is going to be a way to donate directly to ASL. Apparently, it's not up today. It was supposed to be. Oops. It will be up next time, but 50% of donations will go towards the prize pool.
Yes,
and
the other-
50% towards the live venue, which originally wasn't planned. But big props to KT for helping out with the budget for that, because ASL is just going beyond anyone's wildest expectations.
We just didn't know. I mean, first of all, the English viewers are great. The Korean viewers are off the hook. This is easily already one of the biggest esports shows that there is. And, you know, to be honest, nobody at Africa or, you know, with Artosi, we really knew what the reception of this was going to be like. We just really liked the game.
Yeah, if anyone knew, we would have just made Brood War leagues a long time ago again, right? Like,
yeah.
But it is.
If anybody
it is
did know,
pretty
we would have
crazy.
grabbed him and said, "Where's your time machine?"
By the way, this is a cannon rush that Stork is going for, but Jaedong is actually going for 1 base pool plus speed.
Yeah.
So the cannon rush won't work, but he will basically have defense against this. He'll be able to make cannons.
So I'm not surprised that Jaedong's going for spawning pool before hatchery every single time. He wants to be really, really safe against Jaedong, because all he really needs to do is probably get to the mid game. So the response after this comes out is you just make 2 cannons, and then you get your Nexus a little bit later. Now, there is a small possibility Jaedong will try to run by. That's generally unadvisable in Brood War to try, because if you lose too many Lings, then they can come out later on with you know, other stuff to attack you. The first few Lings are really the most important tools for Zerg to delicately move into the mid game.
Yeah, you need to deny all the scouting as well, and just kind of it makes sure that you have enough defense. The probes are pulled just to make 100% sure that he does not die here, but now he's completely safe. And very nice.
Very important. So he puts a pylon down there. That forces the Lings to come back and try to help out. They need to force that pylon to cancel. That's a lot of time that the Zerg just can't get that hatchery up. No, there's no Nexus just yet, but it should be up momentarily.
Yeah, he'll be going for that, and then obviously teching right up his tech tree. We'll have to see if he wants to go directly into Corsairs. Probably going to be the case. And Jaedong, you know, he got this early speed, and in fact, he's going to go right back into gas tasteless.
Now, this is a little bit risky for Zerg, but if Protoss doesn't handle it correctly, Protoss will lose. So there's a couple things Zerg can do. They can go for quick Mutalisks. They can go for quick Hydras.
Yeah.
And it looks like it is going to be quick Hydralisks. There's other things they can do, too. They can go for weird little drops.
Yeah.
The hard part for Protoss in this matchup, similar to the problem that Terran faced against Protoss in this case, Protoss face the same problem against Zerg, which is that the opposing race has a lot of tricks that are hard to detect coming out early on. They can just kill you. Now, when Jaedong invests in a strategy like this, he's not setting up very well for mid-game or late game.
Not at all.
He's basically taking a risk of his own. And part of this may be Jaedong deciding he doesn't want to really show his proper standard play just yet. He's going to rush for Hydras and try to possibly bust down the entrance.
And I think that this is a great play by Jaedong when you look at it, right? Because Stork was attempting a cannon rush. Jaedong knows that. He saw the extra probe. He saw the timing of everything. And that puts his tech way behind. Whereas Jaedong is sitting here, yeah, he went for the quick speed. He's unable to do anything with it. But what he can do is deny all scouting. Right now, as far as Stork knows, Jaedong has expanded twice. He's going for 5 hatch play, maybe up into a Spire. He just doesn't know. But if Stork is going directly into Corsair, which is kind of the norm, you're going to have a Corsair coming out. Yeah, there's a Stargate. You're going to have a Corsair coming out as the Hydralisks are hitting your front.
That's right.
Which means you have to make a quadrillion cannons to stay alive while you get your legs and you get your Psy Storm. And by then, Jaedong has just so much of an advantage. He has the entire map, like everything is in his favor.
Yeah, now, if these Hydras and Lynx don't do any damage in this oncoming rush, then this game is going to be kind of over here for Jaedong. Protoss will just end up with a much larger army. Hydra speed's done. Now, you want to get the Gateway, the Forge, and the Pylon up here. If you sense too much weakness, you dive on top of the cannons. Now, StarCraft 1 cannons, guys, they do a lot of damage, but they actually die really fast, especially to Hydras. Like, it's really tough to actually hold that. So we're going to see in the next second here how exactly this rush works out.
Well, I think it's going to go very well for Jaedong. He's already sending Overlords across to make sure that random fast DT tech doesn't stop him from this push. The Zealots, I mean, they're trying to kind of zone everything back. The Zerglings are pretending that they want to run in, but really he's just waiting for the critical mass of Hydra so that he can rush up and win this game.
Okay, now he's waiting for the last possible second. There are only 2 candidates there. You need about 3, probably one closer to where that pylon is at the bottom, so you can kind of cover the gateways.
He is just going to rush up, and this is going to be a killer.
There it is.
Oh, my God.
Now, he doesn't even have
Corsair.
time. He does not even really have time to save that Corsair. The moment he sees it, he has to make the cannons.
Yeah, now the Zealots are all going to sacrifice themselves, buying time for more cannons to warp, and he needs a lot of cannons right now. Even probes coming out to help fight because this is so deadly from Jaedong, and he is pushing right in on top of these cannons.
Okay, he's splitting his attacks very, very nicely. One more cannon is coming in. There it is, GG!
Beautifully
Oh,
executed.
my God.
Beautifully
What
done.
time is it? You got your phone on you? Is this... I know that...
Oh, it's, yeah, no, it's quarter past Jaedong right now.
It's... Dude, I know Awesome Games Done Quick is going on right now. I didn't know we were going to speedrun ASL same time.
Sickest speedrunner, Jaedong.
This is happening so fast.
Speedrunning multiplayer StarCraft 1 tournament in Korea.
All we need is Jaedong's backup nerds on the couch talking about, all right, well, he's going to use this. This shaves off 5 seconds to make Stork GG tap out a little bit faster.
Here's $5 for Jaedong. Don't kill the animals.
No, wait, but here's $10 for Jaedong. Kill the animals.
But yeah, no, this is like this was so well executed by Jaedong. Like strategically, it was super sound and like historic. Like Jaedong's overall understanding of matchups as a Zerg player is really and truly rivaled by none. No one has ever had what he has in terms of brain here. Like this just, he sees every little branch. He's like, okay, well, I mean, the Lings keep him in his base, and he's going to go into a Corsair, and I'm just going to kill him with these Hydras. And he pulls the Hydras till he has exactly enough that it's just like, it's a bust. You saw Stork, he starts 2 cannons, he pulls his probes, he's like, oh no, this is like the one thing I'm going to die to.
Yeah. By the way, the behavioral patterns of the Lings when he was moving around did not look like it was a hider rush.
Yeah, no, it didn't. And that's true, too. That's a really good thing you bring up. There's behavioral patterns that you can see in units moving around, like, based on what you're trying to do. Like, the way he was moving, he was kind of pretending like he wanted to sneak in the base. Like, oh, could this be a run by? Could there be a lot of Lings? You know, and he's keeping those Zealots back a little bit, not enough pressure. The thing is, if he sees the Hydras when they're in the middle of the map, he has enough time to get cannons up. Yeah. He has to see them at the last second, and Jaedong, you know, helps to force that a little bit with those Lings.
Jay, are we even going to take a break here, or do we go right into Game 3? Because that game was so short.
Well, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
But Stork is not looking too happy at the moment.
Well, this is pretty brutal. I mean, he is getting knocked out of here so fast. Now, remember, guys, Stork has to win every game from here on out, or he's eliminated. And we have not even gotten to a normal PvZ.
No,
we haven't really had a game that's gone past 5 minutes.
It's been a couple of shenanigan openers from Stork. He tried Proxy Double Gate Zealot. He tried Cannon Rush. Both games, the early pool stopped him in his tracks, and Jaedong was able to win. So
I think we're going to have a very cautious Forge expand here from Stork. And by the way, I do not think that a Cannon Rush is going to work. I don't think he's going to skip making a spawning. I think he's not going to ever not make a spawning pool first. Here are our people from Facebook down here. Living the dream, guys. You can do it too, but you got to come down here and get to our studio a couple hours early because it is filling up.
Yeah, like not just a couple. Again, people are waiting 4 hours before the start today. This is the round of 8. It's just so popular.
We are going to go to a short break. When we come back, game number 3 with Stork versus Jaedong.
Baby, I won't catch a fire. Won't give you away.
마음이 가는 대로 즐겁고 신나게 쓰자. 캠퍼스 시리즈.
클래시를 BJ 팀벤치로 인사를 드립니다.
되게 운이 좋은 것 같아요, 항상.
밤새 연습하고 지금 올라왔어요.
아니, 이건 도겸이 스타일이네요.
땀 흘렸습니다. 자, 이걸 어떻게 세레모니
힘이 가져다주는 힘이 어느 정도까지 지켜보겠고요.
부캐라고 말씀드릴 수 있죠.
대단한 역전극입니다. 도겸 팀입니다.
그래서 오늘 두 분이 경쟁을 하는 거예요.
부산 전체를 돌아다니면서 저희가 7개의 시청자 여러분들 다 뿌리도록 하겠습니다. 4번이요. 도쿄, 넌 내 거야. 짱! 4번. 오케이! 정답입니다! 아, 예! 군도 좋아, 군도. 과물 뺏겼다. 가자.
저희 입수하러 갈게요, 저희는.
그런데 스노우에 파면은 가장 좋은 기능 중에 하나가 실시간으로 적용되는 아이템. 맞디? 스노우의 기능이 어마무시하죠 진짜로? 원반입니다. 로.8. 저한테 채팅으로 보내주시면 치킨 5마리를 뿌리겠습니다 시청자분들.
라이즈 오빠 사랑해요.
급식이야? 와 센스!
내가 상당히 채팅을 따고
실시간으로 친구들이랑 가족들이랑 이제 사진 보내주면 같이 함께 꾸미면 더욱더 이쁜 스노우의
댄스 이동의 결승 무대를 시작하겠습니다.
그런 의미를 담은 그 댄스 퍼포먼스,
이 무대를 마음껏 즐기시는 모습을
계속 춤추셨으면 좋겠어요. 꼭.
1등은요 축하합니다 2SC
축하드립니다.
와우.
Welcome back to the ASL. We're Tastosis, and we have just witnessed a 2-0 lead here from Jaedong. I don't know if he can be stopped.
Yeah,
he can dish out the cheese and he can take it.
He's looking unbelievable.
I don't know if we're going to see a layer in this series, guys. I've heard about a building called the Layer. Well, I've heard about a unit called the High Templar. But as far as I can tell from this series, those are myths.
I only want to see basic units, maybe with a speed upgrade. That's all we need. Okay?
I've heard about upgrades too, but I'm not sure if they're actually part of this game either.
Man.
And a long time ago, someone found hieroglyphics of a unit called the Courier.
Courier?
A Courier.
Doesn't sound real.
It shoots out Interceptors?
Interceptors?
I don't think it's in the game. I think it's...
You know what, that just proves that
that
aliens built the pyramids.
That's right.
As far as I can tell, it's a picture of a spaceship on a pyramid wall.
That's right.
Aliens are real.
Well, Stork is looking very discouraged.
Yeah, no, he's not doing too well in this series, Tasteless.
Jaedong's got to win this so he can catch his 9 o'clock movie tonight.
I know, right? God, he told us it would be quick. He's so focused right now. You can kind of just see he is like... We don't exist right now in Jaedong's world. He is in a world by himself. I don't even know if Stork is there, to be honest.
You know in those animes where they're powering up and you see like rocks coming off of the ground?
Yeah.
Like just little pebbles and stuff? And there's light kind of coming out of the top of his head. That's what I see when I see Jaedong here.
It's with the epic music and everything. The thing is, there hasn't been much build-up here. This, I don't even think, is his final form.
No, I think you're correct.
And I think that Stork is just not bringing it out of him here tonight. We got to see something beyond what he's been showing.
Crazy so far, but you know what? Don't give up on Stork yet, guys. We just need to get to a normal game, or at least have one of the strats that Stork is trying develop into what it was supposed to be. It can happen, but it's looking like a very, very tough mountain to climb here for Stork.
Oh, man. If he comes back and wins this 3-2, that'll be one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen, for sure. I don't know if it'll be possible. Eye of the Storm is our next map. Can Stork do it?
Guys, tell your friends to join us. Hopefully this is not our last game. This is game number 3, Stork versus Jaedong. A fight to get to the last spot in the Final Four. The winner faces off against Flash.
Cause I've had enough.
All right, in the upper left, he needs to turn this entire series around. Stork. And in the bottom left, in the red, Jaedong. Wow. So I'm guessing Jaedong will go for another quick spawning pool.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You see the even the hall that gets into the studio.
Yeah.
Just completely full. You actually have to push people out of the way to get through it. I tried. Man. Very exciting stuff, though. Like, this is just what a time to be alive. I want to go over this real quick with you, right?
Please.
So here we are in 2017, and the biggest things right now that basically in esports are Brood War, a game that's about 20 years old, and a bunch of people playing Nintendo games as fast as they can.
That's right.
And all this does to me is prove that my childhood was better than all the kids today, okay? No one's going to give a crap about the games that are being made currently. And that's a fact, okay?
Yeah.
There's like 400 games released a year right now. No one cares, okay? It's these old games that people like to play fast because they're so fun and classic. And this game, you know, like the fact that this is back and getting over 100,000 concurrent viewers each night.
Yeah, total with all the different languages.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I guess.
God, our childhoods were good tastes.
They were definitely better than yours, person watching.
Yeah. Well, unless you're our age, and then kudos to you, bro. You were born at the right time. But these poor kids right now, they're like 16 and stuff. I'm like, there's really nothing memorable going on for you as far as fun. It's like, oh, what? You got the 7th iteration of Pokemon? Good for you. We had number 1.
We were there
in
on
our
the ground
childhood.
floor, guys.
Yeah. God.
Well,
and thus ends the my childhood's better than yours rant.
Yes. So this game looks like it should be going towards the direction of a normal PvZ. I believe we have a gateway. Yeah, gateway coming up here. For Stork, he's going to do a Zealot pressure. And we actually didn't have pool first here for Jaedong. For the first time now, he's going hatchery.
Oh, all right. Does have his Zerglings popping out right now. And so hopefully we'll get into a more normal game here. That's really what I'm wanting to see, is it actually get into macro. I want to see that.
Yeah.
What did you call it? A hair?
Pardon?
A hair? There's a hair that you've heard about that can be made, and
a layer.
Oh, a
layer.
Layer.
Yeah. Or a liar. I'm not sure how to say it.
Which race
one
has
before.
that? Is that a Protoss building?
I think it's a Terran building. That's why I wasn't sure if we're going to see it
See,
here.
there isn't a Terran in this game, though.
Oh, okay.
So that's a problem, right?
Hold up.
Okay,
He's
good
gonna go for the block.
right here.
Yeah. Oh, it's not tight.
Oh, I didn't think that was tight. I was like, if that holds, I just don't even know anymore. But anyways, he's done a lot of damage to those Zerglings. But Jaedong is the type of player that can keep these alive until you flank them with, like, you know, Dragoons or something. You got to get a Reaver out to get rid of these Zerglings.
Yeah, the Zerg will keep this alive for a long time. It forces the Protoss to multitask a lot. Obviously, the Zerg is keeping his hands busy, too, trying to keep these Lings alive. But it allows you to scout as well. And if you can interrupt any mining, especially when you consider that you start out with such few workers in Brood War, unlike StarCraft 2, interrupting a couple probes mining is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they bring back 8 minerals at a time as well. So,
that's right.
Definitely a big deal. Now, nice wall in there by Stork. Nothing else is going to get in. He's going to be able to be completely safe. A few more Zerglings are being made. Of course, Jaedong has to be careful if Stork were to attack. He needs to have a standing army that can hold that off.
So far, this is a really standard game from both of these guys. He is taking that third base. This is what PvZ, if you had to, have a StarCraft textbook, this is what it's basically supposed to look like in modern Brood War. Is Zerg on 3 base, Protoss on 2, Protoss teching, Zerg droning. Oh, a little bit of miscontrol there.
And Jaedong Zerglings never, ever, ever, ever dying. Like, I really do wonder how long it's going to take for him to lose these, because you don't make Dragoons, so he's not going to have range units, which means that Jaedong has, now he has speed, so it's like, now not only are they going to stay alive, but probes are going to start dying.
Yeah, this is really annoying here for Protoss. Any Protoss who's ever played Brood War has experienced this moment where the Lings are in there, they're starting to go for probes. Look at this, taking
out. He's trying to catch them. That was kind of a sloppy try on that catch. He was never going to catch
an attempted drill there. So you can take all your probes, right-click on a mineral patch or a gas geyser, and they will move through anything. Then you hit attack move, And sometimes you can get a surround or force the units to shuffle around until they can get proper footing. He takes out another probe here.
This is getting out of control, actually. The fact that he's getting multiple kills and has 100% intel on what's going on. Like, the amount of frustration that Stork must be feeling right now. So I guess Jaedong's right. I got to go practice more.
Well, it's funny, too, because the way these games are looking, it looks like players in completely different skill sets, you know?
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, you know, basically we're looking at like the third or somewhere between the second and the fourth best player of all time. And like Jaedong is just wrecking Stork so hard, it's crazy to me.
Yeah, you can really tell that Jaedong is like really into winning this season. He's been talking about that a lot, like he just wants to be able to take out Flash. I can't believe how many probes that he ended up getting. He got like 4 or 5 probes.
I think he got 5 there.
Yeah, and not only 5, but he sees the tech tree so completely. He even saw the timing of the Citadel, so like he knows everything in the whole world right now.
Look at this. The Spore is going to get done exactly when the Corsair gets here.
Yeah.
This Corsair is not going to be able to do any more damage. You can see Jaedong's not sure what might be coming at him. He makes a second cannon here, which is not really necessary to have, but he's been in the dark here, and he's already been punished in Game 2. And this is going to be a 5-hatch Hydra build. This is what we call Sauron Zerg.
He's actually on 6 hatches.
Oh, where's the 6th one?
He has 2 at the third base and 1 in front of the natural.
No, you're totally right.
6 hatch. You know, he had so much intel and did enough damage that he can actually get like a really solid amount of drones here.
So we might not see a layer anyways. You normally don't get a layer right away with this. We'll see, though. Jaedong might be smooth enough in this. He can actually squeeze out one.
One thing I do want to mention is that I really do like...
Oh, there's a layer making.
I do like the fact that Stork is skipping more Corsairs for the time being. He's gone into a little bit quicker Templar Archives, so he can do things like get Storm quicker. He's obviously getting legs. Did the +1 finish? I think it did.
It should have, or it will finish the moment that he starts to clash with the army of Jaedong. And he's coming out now. Whoa, bad rally, bad rally. Some of those taking a beating.
A lot of Zerglings, though. I don't think he can take on those Zealots.
Well, he doesn't have +1 yet.
Wall.
He does not have +1 here.
You're right about that. That is actually a big, big deal. Jaedong engaging right before that +1 finishes, and it doesn't look like we'll even see it finish during this battle. Oh, man. If he has
There's
+1,
still no
he wins that.
Where's +1?
Oh, this is a heartbreaker.
How is that thing still spinning? Oh, my God.
So that's what we call an anti-timing right there. Like, if he had +1,
he would have
killed
that
those
so hard.
lings. Yeah. And, like, he's suddenly in a good spot. But instead, he just lost all these Zealots he's been making all game long.
That's like the big reset button there for Protoss. The Zealots in this build specifically are so important.
Yeah.
Because they allow you to bully the Zerg off the map. You take your third, you can continue to tech up. It's supposed to put Zerg on the back foot. And by the way, even if he had lost those lings, there's +1. How unfortunate.
Yeah.
Even if he had lost those lings, Zerg might still have been able to hold it because he's powering so hard. But that's about as bad as it gets.
Yeah, no, that like basically opened up this game for Jaedong so completely. Now he's fully producing off of 6 hatches, attacking units. And there's a couple DTs out which aren't going to do really anything because there's spores at every single base. So, like, those Zealots were just so important. If he had those finish and had Psystorm behind it, maybe he can do something against this army. But now, even with the +1 attack done, +1 carapace just finished, which means we're back to 3 hitting lings.
Yeah.
Like, damn. Everything good for Jaedong, everything bad for Stork right now is kind of the way to sum up this game.
You know, that anti-timing there, that was pretty shocking. I mean, most of the series has been sick, but that was actually a pretty disappointing play there for Stork. I mean, you can't lose those important units that you're making the whole time.
Okay, I like this.
Cool, Dark Archon.
Yeah, this is really cool because those 2 DTs were never, ever going to do anything.
Yeah.
But there is some cool stuff that you can actually end up doing with this. You get a Maelstrom down. It doesn't last very long, but Maelstrom plus Psystorm is hilarious. Whatever you want to kill is dead.
I think Zerg might be going for mutas, so if he can actually catch the mutas. Zerg like to go Hydra Muta at this point in time in the game, especially when they've gimped Protoss. Like, I guess Protoss almost gimped himself by doing that crappy timing.
Yeah. He can't do anything with these Zealots right now. The best he can do is hope to keep Jaedong a little bit busy. But, dude, like... Look at Jaedong's macro. Look at the mini-map and the amount of red. That is a lot of red. Okay, there are not creep tumors in StarCraft 1. This is a crazy amount of red on this mini-map. He has full vision of almost everything. He is macroing like such a beast. He has his 4th base up. He has 3 evolution chambers.
Yeah. He's gonna eventually get to 3-3-3 here. He's also gonna be teching up to the Hive. Now Protoss is forced into powering on just 2 bases here. Now he has a lot of storms. He could get some really good storms off. Maybe win a fight. Maybe push a location. But that's a tall order, man. Now he's beelining these zealots down here to try to intercept the hatchery at the bottom right. I don't know if that's worth it, though.
He can't really do anything.
If he gets the hatch, he loses all the zealots, and it's like, okay, well, now try to take a third base, man.
You're very right. Like, he cannot lose these zealots. Oh, God, but he's going to.
All right. The Lings have come in here for a surround. Now, the zealots should be able to carve their way through here, but Hydras are coming in here from behind.
Yeah, the Hydras were a little bit late there, so this was actually pretty good for him.
He's trying to see if he can't take out just a few of these. Nice blocking.
Jaedong just wants to trade anything he can. Now this, all the Psystorm going to come out here, the Red Archon as well with that Maelstrom. So, you know, maybe he just gets some magnificent spells off and is able to secure his third base. But we saw the Queen's Nest going up, so Hive is going to be on the way as well.
He's pushing out now. A lot of gateways here. Protoss can't even really take a third just yet. He might try to, but really he has to almost brute force his way across the map. Now that's 7 Templars, 6 Templars, I believe.
That's a lot of Psystorm.
That's a lot.
Okay, a big flank coming in right now by Jaedong. Well, it's not really that big of a flank, to be honest. This top army can be just destroyed because a lot of Jaedong's army is outside of his natural, so
yeah,
that's actually a really big deal right now.
Okay, he's in not a bad position. He is going to try to expand to the left here to keep the pressure on, driving these overlords back.
Now look at this army movement of Jaedong. He is skirting like back and forth, staying very close to the army. He will strike when he feels that it's appropriate. But look, as soon as Stork moves to the left, Jaedong brings his top army down a little bit. He's trying to pick off the fringes.
Yeah, he's trying to take out Templars on the edges here. You got to remember, you can only fit so much of the game on your screen. So if you can just get at an angle where they're not, then you're going to take them out.
Yeah. Stork continuing to move around, seeing where he can get an actual good engagement. These army movements, like, just watch the mini-map, guys. This is so beautiful what we're watching. Don't forget, only 12 units go on a hotkey, so moving these armies like this is incredibly hard.
That was pretty good back there. He took out basically the remaining Hydras in the back. A snipe coming here on the side. And the Dark Archon is dodging.
Yeah, some of the front of his army getting eaten up by these Hydra Ling. He's got to pull back a little bit and get his whole army together. Coming up against that Dark Archon once again. Dark Archon still kept alive.
Stork is still pushing here. The Zealot count is a little bit low here for the number of Lings that are coming out.
Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid for him right now. He is making an Archon, which will help out a lot. He uses a Maelstrom.
That wasn't the best usage of Maelstrom. Jaedong still going for really good storms. Really good storms. Yeah. But I think Jaedong might just have too much here.
Another Maelstrom goes down on some of these Hydras, but Stork's army is getting smaller and smaller. Another wave is rallying down right now, but Jaedong is sitting here on 7 hatcheries, and we are so close to his base, his units are coming out very quickly.
Problem is that just due to that Zealot attack at the start of the game that he lost all that to, he didn't quite have the muscle. Jaedong was able to really build up a lot here on the map. More Zealots streaming in here. Stork is trying to keep the pressure on. He also neglected getting that third base.
Yeah, a few Zealots really fighting a good fight right now. This Dark Archon kind of out in the middle of everything. There's 2 Maelstorms, not quite enough. And
GG! Wow, that is crazy. Okay, 3-0. Right. Jaedong rushing through. He will be facing off against Flash.
Sick nerd chills right now. He is looking fantastic. I think Stork is right. This ZVP, unrivaled. This is fantastic play that we've seen here tonight from Jaedong. Complete understanding, unbelievable macro, outclassing Stork, one of the greatest of all time. And that means next week, Flash versus Jaedong. If you guys want to come to the studio, you better be showing up at 2.
You better show up like the day before and pitch a tent outside.
That might actually not even be that far off. Like, the Jaedong-Stork rivalry is amazing, but it is nothing compared to Flash Jaedong, possibly the greatest rivalry of all time across human history.
This is going to be such a great Final Four. Man, and again, it was so fun to see how many people showed up down here. Korea to non-Korean. Completely filling up our studio.
So many people.
Get out there, guys. Spread the word about the ASL. We got a great Final Four coming up.
Yeah, it's so wild. Like, seeing who's on top of his Terran versus Protoss going against best, probably the best PvT really ever. And then Flash versus Jaedong. 2 actual actual biggest rivals. Oh my God.
Let's go to the interview and see how Jaedong's feeling.
이재동 선수.
Congratulations.
네,
Thank you.
폭풍의 기량을 어김없이 보여주면서 4강 진출에 성공을 했습니다. 소감이 어떠신가요?
In the semifinals, how do you feel?
어제 잠을 잘 못 자가지고.
I didn't actually sleep that well last night.
다행인 것 같아요.
I was worried I was going to be tired today, but I'm relieved I won.
선수라서 초반 그 빌드 선택에 있어서는 좀 머리가 많이 아팠을 것 같아요. 결승 끝에 그 1세트와 2세트 부드러운 시작을 했는데 그건 뭐 송병구 선수를 이런 식으로 좀 맞춰 잡겠다.
She went for 9 drones in the first set and the second set. Was that to snipe any strats coming from Stork?
느낌 가는 대로 했는데 드론 나누면서
I just went with my gut instinct.
무난하게 하면
When splitting my drones,
뒤통수 맞을 것 같아가지고 제가
I just knew I had to go for a 9 pull.
와, 즉흥적으로 드론을 나누면서 선택을 하셨다고 했어요. 그리고
If I went for a great build, I know he'd probably do some kind of early attack. So I played it safe.
잔뜩 몰려 나왔었거든요. 그건 어떻게 준비를 한 겁니까? 그것도 좀 뭔가 이렇게
So in the
해야 될 것
second set,
같다라는 생각 후에
you went for that huge Hydra push. Tell us about that.
솔직히 말하면 좀 빨리 끝내고 싶어가지고.
I just wanted to end the match quick.
준비한 건 아닌데 이제
I didn't really prepare much with that build or that map.
이길 수 있을 만한 상황이 돼서 이왕이면 빨리 끝내자 생각해서 그냥 했어요.
근데 마지막 경기에서는
I just got at his base and I knew I could probably finish him off pretty quickly, so I went for that.
마지막 경기에서는 정말 뜨거운 뭔가 이렇게 굉장히 배가 부른 상태에서 그 시작을 하셨는데 그때 어느 시점에서 승리를 좀
In the last
장담하셨습니까?
game, you played a pretty greedy match. You were super rich by the end there.
경구 형님이 좀 그 러시를 안 오고 시간을 좀 주셔가지고.
Yeah, I went for a pretty dangerous build. Stork definitely gave me enough time to keep all my bases covered and safe.
참 정말 머리 많이 써서 준비했던 오늘 전략들 정말 좋았던 것 같습니다.
네, 3대 0의 성적으로 정말 좋은 성적으로 지금 4강에 진출을 하셨는데 이제 리쌍록이 완성이 됐어요.
Now you're facing off against Flash in the semifinals. Wow.
정말 꿈에 그리던 이 리쌍록 준비 어떻게 하실 예정인가요?
This is the dream match for a lot of our viewers. How are you preparing?
뭐 딱히 막 열심히 준비를.
Well, I don't have that much time to prepare, to be honest.
열심히 해야겠죠.
열심히.
I'm just gonna have to do what I always do and try my best.
것 같은데 그리고 이제 또 팬분들이 여기 정말 많이 오셨어요 오늘. 분위기가 정말 후끈한데.
A lot of your fans are here in the studio.
감사 인사 또 한 말씀 해주시죠.
Any comments to them?
네. 수줍음이 많으셔서.
감사합니다.
네.
Thank you guys.
다시 한번 축하드립니다 이정욱 선수. 네, 감사합니다. 지금까지 네 오늘 이재동 선수 만나봤고요.
The fail. It doesn't matter. He's a really good player. It really doesn't even matter that he did that. He can do whatever he wants right now. He could bite the head off a hamster. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't even feel bad for the hamster.
He could bite the head off a fan.
Yeah,
He'd be fine.
He might
that
do
fan
that.
would be
It's
so
dangerous.
happy as he died too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank God.
Thank you, Jaedong,
This is
for
the way I
killing me.
wanted to go.
All right. Well, a 3-0. I don't even. Did we even make it to 8 o'clock? What time is it? Yeah, 8:09. So the 3 games total were shorter than an hour because we take about 20 minutes before we go into game 1.
Man,
damn.
Yeah, no, it was super fast as Jaedong promised. Always listen to this man. I can't wait for that and the finals, the round of 4. Next week is going to be crazy, guys.
By the way, guys, 2 Zergs, a Protoss, and a Zerg in the final 4. Thank you, David Kim.
Sometimes I look at my life and I wonder if maybe this is like I'm in some alternate. Like, am I an alien that's in like a VR machine playing a game where you try to make a human as happy as possible?
Yeah.
And like I have the high score. Everyone's watching me on Alien Twitch right now.
Here's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that Artos is going to one day wake up in a hospital and find out he's insane and he's actually a 15-year-old Samoan girl.
Well,
this never really happened.
Under because I want to die in this realm of imagination that I've built for myself.
All right, guys. We are going to have our next match. It's going to be... Oh, it's going to be...
It's C
Sunday?
versus Best. And yeah, today is Tuesday.
Oh my God,
So
I don't
next
know what
one
day
is
it is.
Sunday.
For some reason, I'm thinking today's Sunday.
It did feel like Sunday.
It
today,
did. It has a bit of a Sunday vibe to it.
But
Okay,
yeah.
so we'll have that for you guys on Sunday. And of course, on Tuesday, will be Jaedong versus Flash.
Jaedong versus Flash is going to be amazing, but C versus Best. C just destroyed Pisu.
Yeah.
Tore him apart. But Best is a completely different type of Protoss versus Terran player, so this is going to be a really great match as well. Don't forget, our finals are going to a live venue. Thank you so much to KT for helping out with that.
Yeah, for real.
And on Sunday, we will have a link up. So if anyone wants to donate 50% to prize pool, 50% towards the expensive cost of running a live venue finals like
this. This is not cheap, by the way, guys.
No.
It's not
if it
cheap
was,
to
me and Taste would just rent that out sometimes and just go hang out. You know? Like, yeah, I rented this venue for the night.
Damn, man. Well, I don't know how the hell we're going to get out of this studio, Artosis. It is too bad.
Well, we're going to actually have to wait for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even joking.
Yeah, we're going to have to just kind of hang out until this whole place fills out. I want to check, actually, what is the maximum occupancy that we have here?
About 400 less than are in here right now.
Man, what a crazy day. We were both talking ahead of time. We thought probably Jaedong would win, but I didn't know the games are going to be that short or that one-sided, to be candid with you guys. Only unfortunate part about tonight was really the fact that we had that anti-timing coming there from Stork. He moved out.
Yeah, that's too bad.
And the Lings were like,
because his attack that he actually eventually moved out with. And the thing is that Jaedong's +1 carapace wasn't too far behind, but you know, still that was a mistake there by Stork to lose all those zealots there. What can you do? He'll be better next season, I promise.
Yeah, a lot of these guys need to keep training a little bit harder, get back to the condition they were in. And, well, I would call it the golden era of Brood War, but maybe this is the golden era of Brood War. Artosis
it's
coming
feeling
back.
more and more like it. So maybe it's a new era. This is the, I mean, that was the golden days.
That was gold. This is unobtainium. We're in the unobtainium era.
Yeah, and
from the greatest movie you've ever seen.
The greatest ever.
Artosis, attach your avatar tail to my head quickly.
It is under the table already.
That's right. We have long avatar tails.
Well, yeah. Tasteless's avatar tail is a little bit longer than mine, but, you know, it's, it's not like your avatar tail. It's how you use it.
Oh, my God. Guys, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you for joining us. We will see you on Sunday for day 1 of the Final Four.
But all I see is you. It's a struggle within for me to escape reality. Now when the time has come, I'm begging you to stay.